Do you want to learn how to invest in real estate? Are you a struggling real estate investor, maybe a wholesaler, cash buyer, and you're looking for better ways to close more deals? You're in the right place. Each week, I pick a random house off the internet, analyze it for a cash deal and a creative deal. When I started this podcast, my goal was simple. It was to help beginners and struggling investors close their first deal or their next deal, all while using low to no cost tools to analyze properties and craft strong offers. Welcome to the Corner Barn. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy, second generation realtor and investor with 19 years in the business. This is the weekly deal analysis. Let's get into the show. We both know you're going to get some value out of this, so hit that like button and share this with somebody who else will get some value out of it. This week's episode, we are taking a look at 758 108th Street South, Tacoma, Washington, 98444. They're asking $295,000. They had a price drop of $30,000. It is a three-bedroom, one-bath home, just over 1,000 square feet. Let's take a look through the pictures and see what they're telling us. So we got roof looks okay. Might be the sun angle, but it kind of looks like it's pulling up here. Wood siding. The yard's a hot mess. Needs landscaping. Got some rotten wood around here. Not a good start. Yeah, it looks like that roof's pulling up a little bit. We got some rotten wood, peeling paint over here. Paneling, some LVP. A lot of popcorn. Oof. Yeah, this is pretty rough. All right, so this is not financeable in the normal terms, maybe a renovation loan, but definitely not a traditional loan. Baseboard heat, busted up patio with an overhang. I think that is the fanciest door lock I've ever seen. I got a jump rope tied to it. Big garage. I like this. Looks like another side garage. All right, so overall, this thing's pretty rough. Let's see what else we can find out. Uh, 71 days on the market, over 20,000 views, and only six favorites. So it's definitely a dog. Let's see what else we can find. What's the agent telling us here? Anything special? There's attic serves as third bedroom. All right. Median age is 35. Definitely a young area. 61% renters. Just under 13% college grads. Average household income is 73,330. Interesting. Let's see what the experts are saying. Average value is 277.5. That one's way off the charts. So they're about $20,000 now over the median. And property taxes are super low here. Looks like they paid 220 for this back in 2018. All right, that gives us something good to go on here. And here's some of the recent sales that are close by. We got a 315, 260, 280. Let's see what this one looks like. Pretty close. Pictures load up. Nope, not showing me anything on the inside, unfortunately. How long was that on? That one's not telling me much. What about this 280 over here? What condition? There we go. We got some more pictures. Certainly nicer inside, but still kind of rough. All right, that tells me a little bit more. That sold for 280, and it had another bathroom and a bedroom. See what this one is. Very comparable house, size-wise at least. All right, so it's still got paneling, carpeting, cleaner, but nothing great, it doesn't look like. What I'm doing, looking at all of this stuff, is trying to figure out the ARV or after repair value, what something is really worth after it's all cleaned up. This one is better, better, it's clean. All right, so going through all of these, I think our ARV or after repair value is honestly that 300,000 mark. Yeah. So using that as our ARV or after repair value, we're going to say is 300,000. Now we're going to jump over to the Invest Nest and break down a cash deal. Got it pulled up here on the Invest Nest. I love this site. I use it to analyze every single cash deal that I'm working on. And plenty of times I still use it to really just see if my creative offer is going to be better or worse. So I love this site. I'll have a link down in the show notes for your first week for free and 50% off your first month. Try it out, see if you like it. If you do, come back to this video and let me know, hey, I did or I didn't like it, and let me know why. I appreciate it. Another thing that they offer included in that monthly price is skip tracing. If you don't know what skip tracing is, you can push that button there and it will pull up all of the potential owner's contact information. If you ever bought anything online, you put your phone number and your email address in. That's how we get it. Finance details. Estimated payments about 1613. Bought it in 18 for 216. All right. And it looks like they pulled out, they made an FHA claim in 22. Looks like another claim in also in 22. Wow. Oof. So they owe a good bit. All right. History. All right. Let's analyze. Oh, they're saying the estimated value is 338. I think that's high. And the estimated rent is 2335. We'll get into that here in a second, but let's calculate this thing. I'm just going to call it the property address. And our purchase price. So how do we figure out our purchase price? I use ARV times 70% minus repairs. So we said our ARV or after repair value was going to be 300,000. Pull up my calculator times 70% gives us 210. Now I got to subtract the repairs out. Overall, I don't think it's too hateful, but it's probably going to cost around 30 grand. So we're going to knock off another $30,000. 180. So 180. That's going to be our purchase price. Closing costs, we're going to offer to pay both sides, buyer and seller, to help make this really low offer from what they're asking. I mean, we're basically going in almost half of what they're asking. Points charged, this is to get our lender paid. They're going to charge us 2 points or 2%, and that's really how they get paid. Improvements, we said we're going to be 30,000. And I do want to roll those into my loan. Plan on putting down 25%. I just got quoted last week at 6.75, but I want a 30-year term. All right, rental income. So this is what the Invest Nest is saying. couple other sites that I'd love to check are Section 8 or HUD. And again, links will be down below. For a 3 bedroom, they will pay up to 2733. That's a really good number. And the other site that I love to check out is Rentometer or Rentometer. It's like $8 a month. It's a super awesome site. You can plug anything in. This is just the very surface level because I don't pay for it. I use it for the podcast, and that's about it. Because the areas I invest in, I've already spent time there and I've made connections with locals that have better information. This is a phenomenal site full of information and it can help guide you to a better decision. Your median price for rent is 22.75. So we got a pretty wide range here from 27 to just say 23 versus 23. I think we're going to stick with this 23.35 because it's kind of in the middle. So we're going to use that as the average price and go from there. Taxes. This seems a lot higher than what they were saying. Where's our taxes at? Tax. This is saying the property tax is only 774. All right, so we're going to plug that in. Again, check with the local. Insurance, I like to factor in $125 a month or $1,500 a year. Our property manager is going to cost us 10%. There is no HOA, and our tenant's going to be paying all these utilities. Oop. 1,500, not 150. And our reserve fund, that is repairs and maintenance, vacancy loss, and capital expenditures. 15% off the top for all three of those things. Because this is real estate. It's never a matter of if, it's always a matter of when something goes wrong. 2% appreciation rate, that's the growth of the property. I like to increase my rents about 2.5% per year. Plan on holding it for 10 years, and we are real estate investors. We don't pay full commissions. All right, let's see what these numbers look like. You were looking to see if it cash flowed. I know. If you haven't done so already, hit that like button and share this with somebody who else will get some value. Boom! That is an awesome cash flowing deal. $540 a month for $63,000 out of pocket. Mortgage payment is just over $1,000. Cap rate is about 10.5%. It falls in line. Cap rate is really more of a multifamily thing, but if you have questions on it, I explain it more in prior videos or just drop a comment and I'm happy to explain it again. DSCR, debt service coverage ratio. That is basically an investor loan. They base it off of the production of the property. This thing's over a 1.5. It's an amazing deal. Cash on cash, over 10%. Return on investment, you're pushing almost 19%. If you follow the 1% rule, that does work also. And another thing I love about the investment is it breaks down all of these figures so you know where each dollar is going. And they even have this really cool chart that your cash on cash, you're almost 10.5% in the first year. That's pretty epic. So by the time we get rid of this thing, you're pushing over 18.5%. Another chart that they use here. So we're looking at probably 7 years to recoup all of our original capital from what we have to put into it. Because of the renovation, that's still not a bad number. Typically, I look for 3 to 5 years to get all of the money that I put out back. Then I'm using OPM, other people's money, or really the bank loan or the seller finance, or subject to, or wrap, or any of the other creative strategies. Now we're going to do my favorite part and analyze the creative side. This is my creative calculator. You can get it off my website, christhompsonteam.com, and that link will also be in the show notes. All right, we said our ARV for after repair value is $300,000. On a creative deal, we're asking the seller to be our bank. And looking at this would probably make a really good hybrid deal to where you take over the first mortgage as a subject to, and then the rest of the equity from that seller, we put into a second mortgage. If you want to learn more about that, drop a comment below. I've done quite a few of them successfully. So purchase price on something like this. because we know we have a large chunk of money to put into it, I think we're going to go with, let's see where 250 lands. And our interest rate, we're going to start at 4 just to see if the numbers work. Now we got to figure out our PITI, or principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. Our mortgage payment. For that, I'm going to use bank rate. We said we're going to offer 250. I only like to put down 5% when I can get away with it. Our interest rate, we said, is going to be 4. Our insurance, our taxes are 65. 65, insurance 25, and there is no HOA or anything like that. So our payment is looking at 1324, and that is for principal, interest, taxes, and insurance. 1324. Let's go plug that in. And we said our potential rent number was 18 something, wasn't it? No, sorry, 2335. 2335. Let's see. Boom. Another awesome deal. All right. So gross cash flow is just over 1,000, 350 to the war chest, 233 to the manager. And our net cash flow is $427 a month. I like those numbers. Heck yes. This would be a great creative deal too. All right. So our cash to the seller, that's our down payment of 12,500. 12,500. Agent commissions, it's only been about 3 months, but they're really not doing a whole lot. Let's see if $1,500 makes them go away. Assignment fee, we're not working with a wholesaler, so that does not come into play. Closing costs is that same 4% for the buyer and the seller side. Cost of renos, we said, are going to be 30. And 2 months of holding is 2 months of this mortgage payment here. And a good TC, or transaction coordinator, will cost you about $1,500 a month. So our cash out of pocket is pretty close to the same. We got 60,000, just over 60 here, and we're looking at about a 12-year ROI, or return on investment. That's about 12 years to get all your money back. Now, that's not in factoring any rent increases, just based on that same rent over the time. And there it is, a cash and a creative analysis on 758 108th Street in Tacoma, Washington. Which one are you going with? Cash deal, creative deal? Drop it down in the comments. That's going to do it here for us this week in the Corner Barn on the weekly deal analysis. I am Chris Thompson, that bearded guy, the creative guy. Catch you next week.